Hello everyone, welcome to the very first HSBC Fusion live webinar. My name is Amanda Andrea and I will be your host for today. Now I have absolutely loved how we adapt with times and stay safe at home while having these events. I've done quite a few Zoom hostings along with green screen recordings lately, despite events already being allowed. Now it's quite a change from the usual face-to-face events, but as long as we are all present in heart and minds, virtual or not, we do appreciate your attendance. First off, I would want to thank everyone for participating in today's event with HSBC, where we will be focusing on how to build an online business in the new world. Today's session is definitely a learning opportunity for all business owners out there. Whether you're a freelance creative or a small business owner, I believe that we will be able to grasp the in-depth knowledge from today's session. Now, before we move forward with our agenda for today, allow me to share with you some housekeeping rules for today's webinar. Participants' audios will be muted during the webinar. If you would like to ask a question, please post your questions via the Q&A tab function located at the bottom of your Zoom control panel. Your questions will be answered only through the Q&A tab, or they will be answered by our speaker towards the end of the webinar. An important thing to note, please interact with our speaker via the chat box. She will be reading your comments, and interaction is so important in webinars like these. Now, before I introduce our speaker for today, I would like to invite Jason Lui, Head of Retail Business Banking at HSBC Malaysia, for his welcome address.
Thank you so much, Amanda. Hello, everyone. It's a Friday and happy Friday. My name is Jason. I'm the Head of Retail Business Banking for HSBC Malaysia. So welcome to our first HSBC Fusion webinar. Thank you for joining us. As you know, HSBC is a global bank, but we have always recognized the importance of small business and SME in the local markets. That is why we have launched HSBC Fusions 2 years ago. We believe that small businesses like yourself have a very unique needs that are different from large or even global organizations. So HSBC Fusion let us focus on your needs as a small business, whether you are just starting up, trying to take the next step in growth, or even looking to join the big league someday. By offering tailored, personalized services to you as an entrepreneur by leveraging on our global solutions, network, and know-how. So beyond providing you with financial tools and support, one of the key areas we believe that we can help small businesses is education and the power of knowledge. As a business owner, I am sure learning is a constant process for you. So we hope that this webinar will help to equip you with the knowledge and practical knowledge, as well as useful tips in your business journey as well as growth. Well, the unintended consequence of COVID-19 has been the boom of the digital marketplace and e-commerce. So according to the United Nations Conference on Trade and Development, the e-commerce share of global retail trade has increased from 14% in 2019 to about 17% in 2020. And it is projected to continue to grow as the consumer spending habit have changed permanently as a result of the pandemic. In Malaysia, Statista.com estimated that our e-commerce marketplace is expected to be worth 23 billion this year, and this is projected to hit 40 billion by year 2025. And the best part about digital marketplace, it levels the playing field for everyone. It really doesn't matter whether you are big or small, the digital marketplace is open for you to do business. So in today's webinar, we are going to focus on that, building an online business in our new world. Whether your business already has an online presence or you are planning to take advantage of the opportunities online, we will share that with you. What are the useful tips and how you can do it best with various tools and available government support. So I hope you find today's session useful, and I wish you all the best in your business. Enjoy the webinar, have a great weekend, and thank you again for joining us. Over back to you, Amanda.
Thank you, Jason, for the welcome address. And I hope that all of you are excited because I'm about to introduce our speaker for today. She is a digital business consultant with over 10 years of experience in the industry. She has been with e-commerce MNCs as well as major digital giants such as YouTube, Facebook, Alibaba, Tencent, Weibo, and many others. She is currently the CEO of Digital Biz Institution, and it is an absolute honor for me to introduce our speaker for today, Dr. Goay Chia Chia.
Hi, good afternoon, everyone. Thank you so much, Amanda. And would like to firstly thank you, HSBC, for inviting. And nice to meet all of you for this afternoon. I see there's quite a number of participants today. So just firstly to double check in terms of my sound as well as my screen. If everyone can see my screen, all right, and hear me, all right, can you please type 1 in the chat box? All right, there we go. Okay, thank you so much. Now do utilize the chat to interact, yeah? I'll ask some questions, so do interact with us. But if you have any specific question in regards to the topic or the industry, please leave your specific question in the Q&A box underneath your Zoom session. Yeah, so we have our team over here to answer some of your questions, and at the end, if we have time, we will pick some of the questions to address as well. All right, then let's move on. And yes, things have changed right now. I think it is quite obvious. All of us know that COVID changes quite a lot of things. Yeah, the pandemic actually kicks in and things have changed as well. And yes, according to Jason, one of the ways is for us to keep on adapt as well as to increase in terms of our knowledge so we can embrace the change and move on. Now, let me ask one of you guys a question. Yeah. So in terms of 2 days after the outbreak, any one of you buy more things online? If yes, please type in the chat. Yeah. Okay. Any one of you spend more time on social media? Yes or no? I see a small no over there. All right. Okay. Yes. Guilty as charged. All right. Over here. Now, yeah, a lot of us behavior have changed. Yeah. Some of us don't shop much more online than some of us, as well as we do also have a little bit of spending. Yeah. So this is what happened. So before the outbreak, we used to go out a lot, meet people, yeah? After the outbreak, yes, we can still go out when it is get more loosened in terms of time, but most of us actually get used to buying things online, yeah? Buying things online as well as watch more contents online. There are more things that we discover online on social media as well, yeah? Yes, that's why. So we watch TV, cook at home. Now, this is what happened right now because we can still move on with our life easily. But let's imagine, yeah, 18 years ago, when if things happened back then, if you just have a 3310, what will you do? Think about it. Businesses can still adapt to today's world, but if we just have a 2310 with us, internet, yes, we have, but we don't have so much technology that available for us, things will be harder. Yeah, in terms of connecting with people, we will be just like dinosaurs talking to each other. Yeah, through phone, we can't see each other, we can't travel, fine. But right now, we can meet each other online. Yeah, in today's world, Zoom meeting, yes, play snake all day long. But in terms of business, let's back to business. Now, their behavior are changing, customers are changing. Now, the most important thing that people say, right now, my sales is not good. Yeah, my sales is not okay, but whether do you actually selling things that people need essentially right now? Because yes, we buy things, but the spending behavior of people are changing a little bit, yeah? And the market trends also moving. Do you appear in front of your audience, your customers, as when they will be on the social media, on any places that their attention spent into? But for those that are actually thinking of doing online business right now, yes, it's actually better, easier, because the scene of e-commerce have boomed a couple of years ago. So one of the biggest drivers, as you can see on the slide over here, is this company. Whether you guys know about it, Groupon. Yeah, I used to work there. So over there, that was a booming in terms of people introduction of getting used to e-commerce. Yeah, there were discounts, there were these interesting vouchers that's ongoing, and the scene moved. Then after that, more e-commerce platforms have been evolving, and right now we are so used to using e-wallet as well. Yeah, so there's no turning back. If you say right now, yes, I'm learning, good. is still essential, yeah, because after the pandemic, everything shift, our behavior shift. You guys answered that just now as well, yeah. In terms of retail, facing huge challenges, but online business is growing, no matter on which platform. So if you're thinking of like, yes, you just started, you are like sole proprietor, how can you do that? But there's one catch. If today's, there's no internet, then things will be very, very different in terms of no internet, yeah? Without internet, the whole world will actually collapse. But it's okay. Malaysia, we are starting to boom. Although we are not as mature yet in terms of like digital. We're not as so advanced in terms of like compared to like US, China is crazy in terms of that, yeah. Every single time that I went there, so things change. Now over Malaysia, but still, then that means there's opportunity because we can learn and adapt from like overseas as well, that what's happening, what's the trend, and then let's carry out in terms of our changes over here, adapt, yeah. Things have changed, like we used to go like in terms of listening to webinars offline, but right now things happen online. But let's say you are in terms of gym, fitness coach, what will you do? How can you make a change? How can you start to have business online? Let's try to interact in the chat box. You can type your answer in the chat. What do you think? If you are a fitness coach, what can you do? The trend right now, people don't go out, people gym at home, people do exercise at home. Yeah, virtual training sessions, you can do over video, Zoom, live streaming, there you go. Yeah, technology is available for us. Even you want to schedule for class, all these things are available for free. You can have a Facebook, you can set in terms of like appointments easily, then you can turn on live stream, you can have fitness on Zoom, like how, yeah, over here, exactly. So we need to understand what other trends are, what are the available tools as well. Yeah, in terms of right now, in order for us to survive, is basically adapt. Now, some of the jobs, yeah, some of the opportunities didn't really exist 10 years ago. We hear a lot of like the jobs in terms of right now, the word digital marketer, yeah, social media influencer, YouTuber, live streamer, esports gamer. How is it playing games you earn so much? Yeah, but that's the trend right now. So that's the trend. So all this are the new booming industry, but how can we do something about it? Yeah, so there are a lot of like business opportunities, but as well as some of the challenges. So in terms of business, we still want to open business, right? Our business still want to ongoing. So if there is another lockdown again, yeah, what happened? So how can we actually let business run as usual from another traffic source? Offline retail is basically based on like foot traffic, but how about online? Yeah, so how to start business online? Now, all of you, some of you already heard of like, yes, I have a website. I start with a website. Now, some of us actually can build a website. Yeah, so there's like skill, all these like tools available, but you need some skill in terms of a small coding, make it looks nice, WordPress. Yeah, if some of you are thinking of like, yeah, I already have products, how do I do like beautiful websites easily? There's this international platforms that have a lot of apps that's easy to use. Shopify. In Malaysia, right now there's this rising one, it's called Shopline. Very easy to use, yeah, very easy to use. And some of you might consider as to like, what if I don't want to spend money on like building a website, having a store, yeah, so where can I go? Yeah, of course, there are also, you can have presence in like one of the most highest traffic in Malaysia platform, yeah, e-commerce platform, Lazada, Shopee, have a presence there. So there will be transaction will be able to open. So they have a lot of sharing as well in terms of like how you can actually open and get successful in terms of Lazada and Shopee. But one of the catch over here, yeah, if we were really thinking about it, why people still not as good as in digital business? Now think about it. Yes, I have a presence online. I have products and services that I think is really good. But do people know about it? About 20% of like the whole digital business, it runs on like, yes, you have website, you have presence, yeah? So you have products and services, it contribute about 40%. But the next 40% comes in terms of traffic. Same thing. Offline, you need foot traffic. So those that happen in like big shopping center, you get like tons of foot traffic. But online, same concept. It's just putting up online. Then you need traffic. And sometimes people don't know where to get traffic, how to actually maximize the source of traffic. It contributes to 40% of the success of online business. The simple truth about digital marketing, a lot of us know, as more traffic, then that will contribute to more visitors. Potential lead to leads. Once you have these leads, it's up to you to convert them in terms of customers. That's where you get profit. But all this, everything starts from traffic. Now, there are a lot of sources of traffic online. So we heard of it, some of you mentioned, YouTube, social media. Yes, right now there's all these rising things. Email, that's one way. You all receive email from HSBC, so social media as well. Now over here, there are all this up and rising, like TikTok is like up and coming, YouTube is like so huge as well, so which one should we go? Which one should we focus? Now different business is different, so which one is more comfortable that once you test it and then whether it will be suitable for you. Like for us, later I'll share with you the platform that we're in terms of social media, So what happened in terms of today's world, there are two types, push and pull. Now you can do in terms of like pushing, like in terms of advertising, there are some advertising ways as well, but pulling is in terms of soft selling. Soft selling, you get attention of customers, then from there people build trust with you, which is what we're going to look into today. So paid traffics, you have Facebook ads. A lot of you should have also learned already how to actually do Facebook ads. Simple one, boosting Facebook ads, Google ads. To get as much presence when people search for certain keywords, you should appear in terms of the searching as well. So advertisement allows you to appear at the top, so you get most exposure out from there. Now, after you have these traffics, people see you, as always to build them in terms of like drawing the traffic to get leads. So normally we will have landing page where you collect in terms of their contacts, whether you want to collect their contacts or like direct them to any of your store online. That is where you have to keep in terms of their contact as well. So over here, there are simple tools. You don't want to build your website. Okay, you have presence on Facebook, then there will be like available Facebook leads collection tool for you, as well as Google Forms. All these are free, but we have to collect leads because that is where later on then you follow up. Now the next question some of you might have is like, then how about free traffic? How do I do free traffic? So there are a couple of ways as well. Now some of you already might know, so what I'm going to say. Now in our business, there are a lot of free traffics that you get. Free traffic is equal to attention. Attention is where how you actually get connection with customer as well. So you can do in terms of a lot of like sharings. You have Zoom session, all this are like free traffics that I get to get connected with you, right? So you get to understand in terms of like the trends right out of the business. Then what are you going to do? Now some of you are paying attention on the slides over here. Those are we ourselves, So right now the trend also shifted a little bit. Owners have to be in front, and then in terms of like doing the sales as well, so to get people to build trust online, because meeting people is getting lesser opportunity. Another way of free traffics that most of you would know will be live stream. So in terms of live stream, over here, so live streaming is one of like the fastest way in terms of like getting attention. Now the question is why? Why do you think like in terms of like live streaming you can get like a fastest reply and interaction? Why? You can type your answer in the chat. Do you think that will be like answer questions that will be able to like happen during the live stream? People will be able to see it is more authentic, it's immediate and more interactive. That's why. So there are a couple of ways, but live stream is right now get attention immediate. Exactly, very good. More convincing, exactly, because that is why people want to see like real live happening right now than what's happening. Yeah, so getting attention, people see, people make immediate decision to buy. Exactly. So all this could be happening on Facebook. We say there are a couple of a lot of sources, right? A lot of traffic source. Now right here we're going to look into Facebook because there's still one of the highest traffic available in the market in terms of social media. There are 3 goals for Facebook. Yeah, Facebook, where you're actually on it, but today we're going to look at it on a different perspective. We know Facebook page is where definitely to get traffic, generate awareness, that you collect leads, as we mentioned. Yeah, so if it is not on the website, it is on Facebook, and after that you follow up with your customer service. Now to get traffic, there's also paid ways. Facebook ads look something like this, but today's customer journey switch a little bit. Yeah, customer journey. So this is how customers make purchase in today's world. Yeah. They get interest and they get attention first. Yeah. Then they will do some search online. Some of them will buy immediate, but some of them will do some research online. And when they purchase, and if they really like it, they will share on their social media as well. And that will then influence the next buying behavior of your next customer. So all these things, if we see, they are popping up in terms of words. Social, 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 social media. Yeah, so the whole trend have shifted in terms of this. The goal of marketing is basically simple. Where is your customer attention? Then we will focus on where to go. Yeah, so that will be easier following the trend. Now, questions. Where are your customer attentions right now? Where are they spending more attention? That's why at the very beginning, I asked you the question, do you spend more time on devices? Exactly, Jessie. Yes, on devices. Yeah, but actually, a lot of them are spending time in terms of social media. We are also part of the users ourselves. Yeah, so there's this one combination in terms of data that available here. Now, most of customers will get influenced in terms of information on social media. Purchase happen on social media, and 1 of 4 out of the business will happen on social media. Yes, IG or Facebook. Yeah, customers say they will make purchase directly through social media as well. Everything really around social media. That's why there are these opportunities that people don't even have shop. People have online presence, turn on live, then can start selling. Yeah, let me share with you one company. What do you think about seafood? Seafood industry. Is it possible? Seafood. Only online presence, no offline. You sell seafood, not seafood in terms of selling all these raw seafood, cook seafood, restaurant. Yes, yeah, restaurant. Yes, exactly. Now this is quite interesting for this company, for this company over here. Now what happened for this company? They only presence online, although it is in Thailand, but we want to share with you how possible it is. Yeah, how possible it is. Now they're happening online over here, but how is their revenue? They never have offline presence, nothing. But this is what they are generating. They're really selling in terms of cooked seafood. Yeah, so you guys can go in and have a look. I post the link in your chat as well. Now, they are looking at a 10 million US dollar boy crab. Right now, they have other seafoods as well, or delivery only, and the business just run on Facebook. But how do they do that? How do they interact with customers? How do they get the attention? Yeah. So today we are looking at social sales. Social sales, slight difference in terms of how we used to do sales. Yeah. Social sales, yes, on social media, but then it has to work in a different way. Agree or not, all of us like to buy, but we do not like to be sold to. It have to come in the subtle way. Yeah, so connect first, people trust, then we'll buy willingly if we really enjoy and interested in the products. So today it comes in terms of engage. Then you educate in terms of your skills, your knowledge in terms of your products. You know best what your business has. Then from there, then you build the network, and from there we sell. Now today the sales system works a little bit different. Yeah, a little bit different over here. Now let's see. I have highlighted some. Social media, of course, video conference. So you get in front of people's eyes. But there's this one cool thing over here, yeah? Turn yourself to be the spokesperson, a celebrity for the company. Similar to how influencer does, yeah? So this is what we're going to look into today. Now, in terms of social selling, it starts with this couple of steps. 4 steps, yeah? First, definitely to identify your customers, because content that you're going to put on social media for different customers is going to be different. Then, how do you build trust, gain credibility? How do you engage? And last but not least is to build a community and work with the community to be your sales channel as well, yeah? So let's look into it one by one over here. Now, firstly, understand the customer first, because in terms of customer, let me ask, different age, different generation, different gender, do they have different life stage as well as different interests? Yes or no? Yeah, exactly. So your message for different age group and different gender have to be tweaked accordingly. Marketing in terms of targeting the interest also the same. Yeah, but that is where we'll spend more time in terms of understanding the consumer persona. But today, let's go through the tips in terms of the following parts. Yeah, so in terms of like consumer persona, you have to identify like customers. But how do you build presence, gain credibilities online? Yeah, how do you do engagement? How do you then build community? Now, this is then going to help your business to grow. It won't be super immediate, but then it is necessary, because that is how we build in terms of connection. Now, firstly, to gain credibility, let's look into be the specialist in your industry, because you know best. I don't know about best of what your industry, your product as well, but be the specialist. Now, how do you do this? Through content, firstly, of course. Whatever that you share on social media, whatever that you talk to people, it has to be relevant to the audience that you want to attract. Yeah, from there, then consistent posting, but all these take times and effect. How do you then build yourself as the authority figure in your field? Yeah, this is then interesting where we look into the concept of influencer. Now, let me ask you guys another question over here, yeah, in terms of influencer. What do you think? How do you think influencer become so successful? Some influencers that you focus and follow, what makes them successful? What do you think? I knew that would be coming. Looks. Yeah. They were the brand. Yes, they were the brand. That is a very, very good answer. Yeah, brand image and themselves, genuine and solve your problem. Trust. Yes, very, very good answer. But all in all, how do they actually build that trust, build that brand image? It all comes back to content first. They're either posting in terms of pictures, in terms of videos, sharing things that can solve your problems, yeah, over there through contents. And from contents that get your attention. From your attention, that is what it contributes in terms of traffic. Exactly, yeah, traffic, and then that's where they get their income as well as build their personal brand, which can turn into another business source later on. Yeah, either that's like products that they want to sell, services they want to sell. Let's look into this one. And this is one of the influencers that I work with. I don't know whether anyone know about it. It's very, very huge from China. Yeah, Li Ziqi. Now, she only focused on creating videos at first. She attracts so much attention, and people keep asking as to like about your cooking. Where can I actually buy? And after that, there's this collaboration that happens. Yeah, collaboration happens, and then she starts to have e-commerce that connecting in terms of her customer base, and then start selling the products as well. The whole thing comes from this concept, yeah, traffic. And traffic, basically, we look into this important thing, contents, yeah, contents. And from contents is where you attract, and then you generate traffic, you build your personal presence, and that's when you build trust and relationship. Similar, but it's just presence online. Yeah, offline, yes, we used to meet handshake, everything. But in today's, if you want to build relationship with your customer online, it has to be through contents. Get as much in front of their eyes, yeah, where they are. Yeah, so the whole thing over here is where you want to build your presence, build your connection, build your relationship in order for you to have recurring sales as well as the future collaboration. People might not connect straight away, but later on, if they see you keep doing what you best in your industry, that is where it will keep instilled in terms of their mind. Yeah, so the whole thing is going to be a mid to long-term strategy. Now, how can you start then? But over here, let's take a little bit of short break. Yeah, then we will resume from here. Amanda?
Thank you very much, Dr. Chia Chia. What a cliffhanger to actually end on. How do we start from there indeed? Now, for everyone who is commenting, I love your interaction, so thank you very much for that. But I would also want to remind you, when you send the message in the chat box, you can actually select all panelists and attendees so that other attendees can also view your messages. Now, that was incredibly informational, and I cannot wait for the next few modules. We will be taking a quick break and shift our attention to our video presentation that will give you insights on this year's market outlook, especially in the post-pandemic era. And I hope this video will help you in your business planning for 2021. Enjoy!
In 2020, our world changed, and so did the investment landscape. The big question is, what does 2021 have in store, and will there be a return to any kind of normal? We're optimistic about the economy and the stock market in 2021, and we have our eye on a few predictions. So Willem, what do you think that 2021 has in store for us?
Well, first of all, it seems clear that Asia will spearhead the global recovery. Thanks to substantial economic growth plans and a pivotal new trade deal, the region is on track to be the largest contributor to global GDP. Secondly, we expect the stock market rally to broaden out and strengthen, particularly if we have a vaccine rollout. And that means that cyclical stocks, which depend on a strong economy, should outperform. Taking the complex logistics into account, we think a successful vaccine should be widely available by mid-2021.
And speaking of outperforming sectors, it's also our view that technology stocks will continue to remain in favor. Why is that? Because the tech boom is a structural phenomenon deeply embedded in a range of areas from automation to healthcare innovation. Our fourth prediction is that sustainable investments will be the new normal. Widespread government commitments and climate change will have a knock-on benefit for companies involved in renewable energies, infrastructure, and so on.
Thanks, Xian. And with the final point, I'd say that with safe haven bond yields so low, gold will carry on being a prime diversifier.
So Willem, back to your first prediction. Why do you think that Asia will lead the world to recovery?
Well, there are two key drivers here. In China, the new 5-year plan is expected to support the middle class, boost innovation, and open capital markets to promote sustainable development. On a broader scale, we also see the regional comprehensive economic partnership coming into force. And this covers over 30% of global GDP and will help to revamp supply chains and stimulate economic progress.
Those are pretty significant factors. Now tell us about your second prediction regarding cyclical stocks.
Well, there's no doubt that the coronavirus vaccine will boost the global recovery. Earnings, growth, and consumption are all likely to recover, directly benefiting the industrial, material, consumer discretionary sectors, as well as others that depend on a vibrant economy. But testing and distributing a vaccine, of course, is complex, and more waves of the virus could break. Only time will tell. Now, on another note, you said it's still looking rosy for technology stocks.
Yes, that's right. While the pandemic did accelerate digital usage, the trend is here to stay. Tech permeates supply chains, media, and healthcare innovation, to name but a few. And you should definitely keep an eye on those tech trailblazers in emerging markets. They're generally inexpensive compared to the more famous tech names, but we really see their growth potential as high.
There's clearly lots of opportunity here, and it's a similar story for sustainable investments, which we think will go mainstream in 2021. Great news for companies exposed to electric vehicles, renewable energies, and smart grids.
We hope that that gives you plenty of food for thought as you assess your strategy for 2021. And remember, if you want to optimize that strategy and turn it into action, we can definitely help.
Best wishes for a successful and rewarding year.
Hello everyone, welcome back. I hope you guys are ready for our next module. But just a quick reminder once again, we love your interaction in the chat box. Do make sure that it is selected as all panelists and attendees so that everyone can read what you'll have to say. Now, Dr. Chia Chia, whenever you're ready, over to you.
Thank you very much, Amanda. Well, thank you for the interaction, all of you. And yes, I saw some of you actually posting as to, oh yes, good looking, influencer good looking, yeah? Now, before we resume, let me ask you another question. But let's hear out over here, yeah? In terms of influencer, do you think you are an influencer? Yes or no? You can just type in the chat. Sometimes, no, yes, no, not yet, not sure yet. All right, let's rephrase the question, yeah? Let's think about when we go to restaurants. When there are beautiful, good food, who eat first, the phone or you? Okay, after the phone eat first, do you share it up to social media? Sometimes, yes. And then, yes, and your friends will look at it, your family will look at it and then say, hey, where is it from? Where is this restaurant? And then you introduce them, oh, this is so good. Did the restaurant pay you for that? Yes or no? There we go. You are influencing people around you. So all of us are influencers. So we have to get this concept right. Now you can do it for you. You can do it for yourself. Now we have influencing power within our circle. Yeah. So if things that people see common interest, people will help to share out as well. Now, if you're doing it for someone, now it's time that we have to turn it and then do it for ourselves. Yeah, over here. I hope that switch your thoughts. Yeah, so this is how we're going to look and use in terms of social media today. Yeah, in terms of your personal profile as well. And if you guys have any specific question, please do put it down in the Q&A box. Yeah, Q&A box over there. So we will have this session at the end where we will interact in terms of questions. Yeah, in terms of answer. And our team is around. So do leave your question if you have any specific one. All right. Thank you very much. Now, yes, social selling. So now if you have tweaked your mind, this is where we're going to go into. Yeah, social selling is about, yes, again, put yourself as in the shoes of the influencer because the content works the exact same way. So everything starts from this content. We all know, yeah? Everyone start from here, content creation. Now, you can produce the right content with like zero budget, but how? Remember I mentioned you are best in terms of your industry. Some of you are very good photographers, very good beautician, very good business owners, which I also would like to learn from, yeah, from here. So share your expertise, share it down and then break it out to in terms of digest form of content. Now, how can we do that? Customer consume contents in terms of different ways, but let's look into which type of content that they consume the most. Over here on the slides, yeah, over here, yes. Over here, there's this live video as we mentioned because it is more interactive. People can interact at the same time, get answer in the same time. So that will command most of the attention. And then it move down in terms of image, videos as well. Yeah. So how can you do it? To help you faster and easier, this is where we look at the content pyramid. You go in with a long form content. Let's say you recorded a live video, you can cut it down into a smaller part and turn it into a video or screenshot to become an image post. Yeah, so over here, then you distribute towards like other social medias or in the same social media on different time frame. So this is how it looks like. Start with live videos and then pre-record it and then go into image. I share with you my partner, yeah? So we do live sharing, and from here to cut out in terms of small videos, picture posts, there will be another content. Same time, the whole video can be uploaded onto YouTube. Do you see how it works? Yeah? So you don't need to create a lot, but then there's an easier, simplest way. Now, this is the questions. So we got to ask a lot. What if I'm in consultancy? What if I'm a hairstylist? What if I'm selling cars? How to get attention? Now, again, back to your expertise. What your customer want to know. You can start with like the 10 questions that the customer keep on asking you about and start from there. For example, consultant, tax consultant. People all have these tax issues, yeah? How do I save tax? How do I do this? Now, put it out there. Turn the question into a knowledge sharing. Do a live session. People, you see the comments is crazy, yeah? Here is where you get attention. And then people can get interested. If they want to ask you more questions, PM. They want to ask you more questions, direct them to your WhatsApp community. They want to ask more questions, direct them to your website. Traffic, content, attention, draw to leads, yeah? One way. Interior designer, you can do the exact same thing. How to save costs? Most question people want to ask is like beautiful design, saving costs. Put it out there, share as a knowledge. Property line, how can you do that? Yeah, property agent, similar. People also want to be able to purchase a house, good location, but do not want to spend a lot in terms of upfront. So you can use that. Help first-time home buyer, like for this one. Same picture, same the Facebook live post, yeah? Pay attention on this one. Picture post, put it up on YouTube. Does this guy wear the same clothes? It's the same content, but you get presence, sharing in terms of the knowledge. In terms of beauty, how can you do that? Beauty services. People want to see and build trust in terms of your beauty industry, right? So if you're having a beauty salon, this could be something that you can do, yeah? How good is your service? How you want to introduce and let people know how you conduct every single steps, yeah? Slowly, this is to build trust. Once a while, have to use it to have it in front, yeah? So over here, now this is beauty service. And car seller, same concept. People want to know what are the functions of the car. So same thing. All this might not be like influencer, but it's something that you can do for your customer instead of waiting them to call you, come and meet you, test drive the car, but you can do it for them to get in front, get their attention. Hairstylists, also similar, yeah? So people stay at home, how do they dye hair at home? How do they curl their hair? This is what your knowledge that you can share. And this one, just pay attention, yeah? So this hairstylist over here, interesting when I look at it. It's like it's teaching in terms of dyeing hair technique at home, where you can do it at home. But people in the comments start asking, hey, can I buy the hair color from you yesterday? Yeah, so do you sell organic hair dye product? This should trigger you in terms of thinking as a business owner, whether you can turn it into an opportunity. If people are looking for organic hair dye product, if you don't have, look for that. Yeah, so all this. So yes, build trust, build connection. But the idea is you don't focus on really selling first all the time. Yeah, if you keep selling, people also feel like, oh, you are pushing products to me. Right now, we are pulling attention, connection with the customer. So you can share knowledge. So there are some tips for you if you're thinking as to like how, yeah, in terms of doing live streamings. So these are some tips. You can do webinar, like some of you mentioned, right? Webinar. Now, over here, you can also do something as to behind the scene tutorial, yeah, how to cook, how to then also like how to do facial at home, how to all this. Then subtly you can introduce your products and services. Once you command the attention, then it's easier for you to draw leads. Or you can run connection in terms of contests, yeah, in terms of contests. All these are quite fun. And or answer some of you can have a live session to answer your Q&A questions with your customer as well. Yeah, have a one-to-many meeting, yeah, online over here. The golden rules is where you do this. Some of you might afraid as to like, I know I'm camera shy and all, yeah, over here. But just be yourself, be authentic, yeah, be yourself. People will like you and connect with you if they feel you are authentic, as well as that is where you build trust. Just be who you are. But one thing importantly, once you command the attention, always draw them back towards where you want to direct them to. Either to collect leads, either to a purchase link, yeah? So if some of you are thinking of like, yes, yeah, this is something that you can do, also catch the trend. The trend in terms of viral content, yeah? The trend of viral content, because this is where people feel like connection fosters the most. So we look into what are some of like maybe the trending topic happening on Facebook right now, yeah? So, but before that, there are some case studies that I think all of you would know. Yeah, remember this? Remember the ostrich running on Federal Highway? Yes or no? Yeah. So this is one time that a lot of brands started to create in terms of connection. Yeah. So you can create content easily in terms of like as creative, having that ostrich happen as well, yeah? So you see all these brands, Texas, yeah, all these brands that's happening, running over to Aeon Big. And it's funny, people have that fun laugh and it's like in trend right now. So you can actually pick it up quite easily as well, yeah? So over here. Now, another case study is about like this topic, people that have conversation about. Remember this Master Chef? I am not too sure whether you guys still remember it, yeah? So the judges actually talk about chicken rendang is not crispy, but chicken rendang is not supposed to be crispy, only we know about it. And then people start to actually adapt and write on it, yeah? So write on it as to, yeah, so it's not rendang and it's crispy, yeah, all these things that is very, very creative. And this build a connection if it is in trend. Yeah, of course, pandemic also something happened. This is the one that I like the most, but we see a lot of creativity as well. Yeah, so this one, like that time is like, I remember until now, from last year until now. Yeah, this is very, very well done. So don't go anywhere, stay at home. Yeah, so this is where we can actually pick it up in terms of viral content. Yeah, so but this happen on and off when there is a viral trend. The whole idea here, yes, is to build content for your community. So identify in terms of like your customer first, then think about what questions that your customer keep on asking you about. How can you address them through content to attract their attention, to engage and build trust. So at the end, it will convert subtly, easily, because the relationship is there. And if you're thinking of contents, what to use, yeah, what tools to use, where are some of the free tools that we have some of it covered for you over here. Now, this is one of them over here. Canva, I don't know how to pronounce that, GIMP, okay, or this tree is allowed you to actually create like beautiful contents, but most of the time we use this, canva.com. Yeah, so some of you might know it. So if you don't know, do check it out. It is free unless you want to pay for some of the picture. Very simple, very easy. You don't know Photoshop, you can use it. Yeah, you can create in terms of banner, YouTube banner, Facebook posts, IG posts, in terms of videos. Very, very easy to use. So you can check it out in their website, through the website later on. So some of the good cover photos looks like this. Yeah, so have like in terms of the most information available. Now, if you have some of the pictures that you want to remove the background, you say, how do I do that? Yeah, how do I create like fastest way to remove the background? Now, this is another tool online, free, Remove BG. Yeah, www.removebg. Now, it will remove in terms of all your pictures taking in terms of the background in 5 seconds. In a PNG form, so you can drag it in terms of like different background, so you create in terms of a better image that you want to target for content. Yeah, so these are two tools that we use most of the time. Now for video, some of you might say like, how do I edit video? How do I turn like long video into short video? How do I do that? Now there are these free tools as well on mobile, very, very easy to use. You don't need to go into like in terms of like Adobe Premiere Pro, if you have like the interest, please go ahead. If not, these two is quite useful. They have a lot of like transition, a lot of templates available. Yeah, it's free. You can download it through Google Play Store. You can download it through Apple Store as well over here. Yeah, simplifying video editing easily. Okay, so do that, as well as we're going to look into some of the guidelines. Yeah, if you were to do like live videos, how long should it be? Normally the general guidelines is about like 1 hour. Recorded version, you can have it down to shorter because the attention span might not be there. There's no interaction, right? So about 3 to 5 minutes generally. Yeah, so over here you have to draw key message as well. So for the longer form, you cut it down simpler in terms of the smaller version of videos. Now, what time that you want to post them? Now, this one is some of the general time frame, yeah, for like when audience are online most of the time. So of course, after work, yeah, after dinner. So those are the highest time frame that people are online. But again, check on your audience base because some of them are late nighters, like moms and all, like working adults. Maybe they were after work about 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, then they will be on social media. So some of the timing also quite good after 10, yeah, 10 to 2 p.m. in the midnight. So those are a couple of like tips over here. Now, in terms of camera, there are ways, and high angle you will have in terms of like looking up, yeah, you have eye level, keep it as eye level. That will be what our suggestion is. Yeah, if you have low angle, could be, but that's where you show authority as well because you're looking down. Now, if you're thinking of setting up like live commerce, yes, it's easy, turn on your camera, right? Then start selling. But it's not exactly just that, yeah? So doing live commerce, there are a lot of preparation beforehand. Now, you need to write down in terms of like some of the points that you want to cover, the promotion and all this happen just like offline retail. Before you start your shop, you will open door, you will clean up the store, you will prepare the products, you will have it on shelf, yeah? And then you open the door and welcome your customer. Same thing, you will have staff to take care of it as well. If you're doing live commerce, can kickstart with alone, yes. But once you actually have more traffic, you will have it as to like proper, whether people can hear you, all right, people can see you, all right, the lightning, whether it's good. So all this comes into pre-live preparation. Yeah, so during a live, just be yourself. You know best your product and services. You will be all right and fine. And post live, that's where you get leads from here, attention, and then get leads, and where you connect in terms of sales. That's where you draw in terms of like your delivery and then follow up later on. Yeah, but last but not least, we see engagement, we saw credibility. The last thing is community. Okay, everything linked back to the same thing as well. Community is those are your customers. That you build a strong connection already, they will be in your community where you can actually follow up with them for future collaboration, future development of products and services. Now, Facebook have these three things, yeah. So Facebook page, we all know, yeah, business presence, that's for business and companies. Individuals, that's for like profiles. Not most of the time we use it for our own personal thing, but right here today, you turn it differently, yeah. Facebook groups is where once you have the customer, you can have this community that you give only special value to them because they are your MVP. Now, this is how we do, yeah? On our personal profile, okay, this is my partners. If you see on our personal profile, you can keep on uploading things that is related to your business. Turn it into influence power because you are an influencer. Yeah, business, yes, still continue in terms of business page because Facebook is like that, where you need to pay advertising fee to get more reach if you have like on your business. But in terms of your personal profile, those are people that trust you already and connected most likely, yeah? So the organic reach is actually higher. Once you have like loyal customers, put them into a community group where you have special, you can utilize them to have a better development of your products and services. Just think it this way. Before you want to launch the next products, or you don't know what to sell, what best fit to your customer, can you ask your community group? Can you get feedback from them? What would you like to purchase next? What would you like to hear next? What would you like to know? Yeah. So if you don't know what products to source for, then your community will be the best target audience for you to ask. And these are free, and they are already your customers. Yeah, if you have something new, give it as a value to them, as a new, let's say, testing value. So that will be connection as well to build with your community. Yeah, but use the community also as influencer, because we are all influencers. Now we know, yeah, we are all influencers. So the influencer marketing that you keep hearing today in your business, you can use it differently, because who knows your business better other than you? Your customers that actually start purchase, if they like it, they like your product, they could also be word of mouth and share it for you, right? Offline is like that, online is also like that. They are influencer, use them as their power. Right now, there's this new term called KOC, Key Opinion Consumer. They consume the product, they know how the product used. It's different from like higher KOL, where they are like, what you say, like pretty and all, right? Yeah, those also can use for brand awareness, not to say cannot, but KOC will be the best word of mouth. They are your consumers, so work with them. Now, this is one of the way how brands work with. So they utilize actually majority KOC. Turn your consumer, like those already purchased, you can work with them in terms of affiliate marketing. Reward them, yeah? Utilize their feedback to improve your business and services. From there, you can also work with like other celebrities, highest one, but KOC is where the power of word of mouth comes in, yeah? So the whole thing comes down to this: what you can do with your community. Interact, create value, pull feedback, and improve from that for your business, for your next development of the products and services. And last but not least, collaborate with them, because they are also influencers who can actually help your product. Yeah, so over here, this is like our overall strategies. Yes, we identify our consumer persona and then draw traffic initially through ads. You can do that as well. After that, to build relationship contents, and then last but not least, build a community so you can continue to develop and then work closely with them. These are the 4 steps traffic. Yeah, so as an idea, from free traffic and then to paid traffic. So once you command the attention, if you want to grow more, then you reinvest your money in terms of paid traffic, like Google ads, Facebook ads, more and more, yeah, to expand in terms of your customer base. Now, biggest mistakes that most people do is always as to, depending on one traffic source. Offline, we have foot traffic, but we also open up other stores where like other location as well, because the foot traffics are different, right? And it's similar online, when you need to diversify in terms of your traffic source to more income. Now, we can start on social media because that is where the most attention of the customers spend. But in terms of traffic source, there are actually a lot more. If you're thinking of like Lazada and Shopee, yes, that could be your store, but in the end, it could also turn into your traffic source, where you actually have a build up in terms of website presence later on, when you grow your business. Then all this Google, social media, your community on WhatsApp, on Telegram, on all this chat messenger are also your traffic source. Email is another one as well. So collect leads and then retarget them later. Now, if some of you are asking about in terms of grants, yes, for businesses right here, if you were to start, if you want to develop, let's say, website, if you want to do like Facebook marketing, then say, how can I get some benefit from the government? Yes, so that is this digitalization grant, okay? Government is giving that. That is giving SME business digitalization grant of up to 5,000. So you can spend it, our company is in terms of digital marketing, but if you want to digitalize your business in the areas such as building a website, such as e-commerce, such as you want to have like online payroll, audit system, digital marketing and sales, you can apply for this grant from the government. Now, in terms of eligibility, over here, company owns 60% by Malaysia. Okay, so if you're Malaysian, 60%, yes. Yeah, so if you're registered under the Malaysia Commission, all this information, do not worry. I have a copy for you where you can actually download it later. All right, now, another benefit from government, if you're thinking, I'm a business owner, yes, I don't want to do so much, but I want my team to also upskill, yes, you can do that. Right now, government actually is having this program called Penjana Kerjaya. if you're hiring a new hired employee, what happened is there is this this free training claimable fee of 4,000 that you can send your new hire staff straight away to acquire in terms of necessary digital skill. Yeah, so in order to help your company as well. And there's this 6 months wage subsidy as well. Yeah, over here. Now, this is good for businesses that actually have new hire. And how do you eligible for it? Yes, similar, if you contribute to like SOXO, and EPF, yes, that is how you can get eligible. So if you're thinking of digital marketing skill is important, our company also have in terms of like partnership with Penjana Kerjaya, so you can send in terms of digital marketing skill certification. Yes, it's written out there over here, and this is where you download in terms of your slides. So leave your question in the Q&A. So this slide I will put it here. Thank you so much. This is my annual presentation, but you can take out your mobile phone, scan over, you get more information in terms of the government grant to help your business. Thank you very much. And Amanda, hi, you're back. I hope you're listening.
Yes, I was listening, and I learned quite a lot as well. I want to say thank you so much for actually sharing those apps. I always thought that Canva was a paid app, and I didn't know that it was free, so my bad on that. And it looks beautiful, right? Really, really beautiful. Also, one more thing that I learned a lot was all the information that is most probably out there on the government grants, and all of this information is really useful. So thank you so much, Dr. Chia Chia, for that. Now, I do see that there are a few questions posted by our participants. I'm sure Dr. Chia Chia, you'll be excited to answer them. So go on over, I'll pass this session back to you for Q&A.
All right, okay, so yes, I'm seeing some of the questions over here. I'll leave the slides on. So I have this question, very interesting. What if I'm introvert and I don't like to do live streaming? Any other ways? Okay, very good. Now the question back here is whether you want to build your personal brand. If not, actually you can build in terms of your trusted employee to be the influencer of the company. Technically, everyone in the company in this new norm have to become the salesperson. So if they are not afraid of the camera, there are some companies that get so huge by leveraging their employees who are also in terms of KOL. So they will speak for the business, turn them to be the influencer. But in another way, actually, yes, practice makes perfect. So after practice more, you can also get comfortable towards that. So some of another questions. Yes, over here. The second one will be, understand to go digital is a new norm now. Running family business and most of the current customers are still using traditional way. Now, should I start online business now, or I wait for online trading become more common, mature? My concern is it only can target on new customers, and I may need to incur costs to hire new staff to monitor online business. Now, Lee, yes, this is your question. Very, very good questions. Now, it's all back to your objective. Now, if you were to ask whether you should start it right now, there's always no best time to start. If cost of running online is your concern, you can hold it back, but the idea of starting it now is to get in trend. If you're thinking of like when you get it more mature later on, things would change. Things will get more faster, and then the competition will be more tight for you to actually get into it. So you can start in terms of having content marketing that get people to draw attention towards you, not necessarily as to building business, but maybe as to like on the social media, get yourself out there, get presence that people know about your business. So linking traditional to online is the trend as well as for now. New customer generation will be there. They will be upcoming. They will also be in the scene soon. So but it's back down to your business decision. Now, Johnny has a question. He's a retiree and limited funds and time. Do you start e-commerce, affiliate marketing, advertisement? Anyway, you're IT literate. but not in internet marketing? Okay, very good question, Johnny. Back to this question, which one that you will spend more time into discover? That is my question back to you. Because if you're basically new on everything, you can expose each of them. If you have a specific interest that you have this skill to share, you can also turn it into a way, as to sharing your knowledge and then earn from it. For example, having classes, Udemy, if you want to do like e-commerce, affiliate marketing, it works very, very different. E-commerce, you could start with drop shipping. That one maybe is something that I would suggest, because you don't need to have too much capital of stocking up stock. Johnny, that one. Internet marketing, when you start your business, have to at least also pick up some of the skill, because that's where the traffic comes from. You start e-commerce, you still have to draw traffic. All right. I will take another one more questions. So I'll just go on over here. Okay. Yes, Rina question, also very good. Now, Rina, very good question. What if you are doing live and no one is watching? Yes. Rina, so this is what happened. When you want to turn on live, it's not you turn on like that. Remember, it's like how you do like retail. Before you open store, that you also tell people what time you open store, there will be like this timing as well. So before the live session, there's additional steps that at least you share your timing of the live through your community. Could be on your post, could be on your WhatsApp group chat, telling people that there's this live, getting attention, and then you start the live. So that will help. So there's this pre-informing marketing way have to get done before the live stream. Okay, good. So I hope I answer your questions. And then another question will be from, these questions, I think our team is answering. And then how to have huge engagement in social media after create the content for business. Huge engagement, Now, content is like this, depending on where you want to put it on. If you are putting it on Facebook page, yes, you will not automatically having organic reach for the number of followers that you have. Then you have to leverage on the advertising to get reach. So that one is on to get engagement as well. Now, on the other hand, if your content is hitting some of the very interesting points, as in the 6 buzz marketing button, let's say in trend, let's say it is hilarious, let's say it is resonating with your audience, then the connection will come organically from there. So huge engagement will highly depending on the content, whether it is relevant and resonating with the audience. And last but not least, there's this question from Thomas. You are venturing into online business with your wife. Well done. But really no idea where should you start. Should you look into Facebook, YouTube, Instagram? Best skill to upskill yourself since you have none of the following. Social media marketing, graphic designs, all very good question. Thomas? Now, my question to you is, if you venture online business, what products and services? Whether it's products or services, that will be that question at first, but let me give you an overview. So we say Facebook because Facebook is still one of the highest traffic, as well as there will be easier way for you to do targeting as well. So in terms of the Facebook reach, then from there, once you get traction, you can venture into other source of traffic. Now, just now your questions were, let me just go back a little bit here. So in terms of that traffic, and if you're thinking of like which one should you focus on right now, a lot of the digital marketing courses, like for us, we have the digital marketing certification course that compile of everything, because marketing have like a couple of ways. So other than like digital marketing on like Google's, you have social media. So the courses out there normally will cover all of that. yeah, including design, how to use Canvas as well, how to do copywriting, yeah, because it is essential for all. So if you ask that question, you have to kind of have an understanding on every single part. Now, okay, so the last question over here. Most of the consumers still rather shop via brick and mortar. E-commerce should assist them during MCO. What sustainability if the company only go online basis? Oh, very good question. Depending on the industry, yeah. So let's say restaurants as well, people still like to meet, people will still go. But in terms of online, there are this group of up and coming audience, and then generations. For example, like me, it's hardly for me to go shop brick and mortar. A couple of years already I don't go, and this young generation, they're coming up to work, they are technically more based online. Once well, Amanda is like yeah, so for me it has been years that I don't really go shopping in like any of the shopping mall, yeah, so I can get things online very easily. So this trend is coming because the next generation is coming. So it will have a combination. You cannot say totally neglect, because there's an older generation as well that is still like hopefully like human interaction. But the presence online is inevitable. Yeah, the trend will slowly shift in the next 10 years if we're looking at it that way. Yeah, thank you very much then.
Definitely. Thank you so much, Dr. Chia Chia. And I definitely agree.
Same here.
You know, as I was nodding my head, I'm a 100% online shopper.
Me
I even
too.
bought baby wipes online because, you know, pharmacies are so nearby, and I still bought it online. My partner was like, isn't this easy to get anywhere? Why do you buy it online? I don't know.
Yes,
I'm just
exactly.
such an online shopper, and I feel like the
Today.
rest of the world
Yeah.
is kind of changing into that direction as well, because everything is so convenient online. Well, thank you so much, Dr. Chia Chia. It was a truly insightful session. I myself definitely learned a lot today, and I'm sure everyone joining us today would feel the same. Now, if your questions are yet to be answered, please do wait for a moment, as we will be responding to them shortly via the Zoom Q&A function. So your answers will be typed to you. If you enjoyed today's webinar, stay tuned, as there will be more webinars just like this one in the upcoming months, and we would love to have you here with us again. Before we end today's session, I would like to thank our HSBC Fusion team for organizing this webinar. They have been deeply supportive to its small businesses all around Malaysia. With HSBC Fusion, you can manage your personal and business finances better through added personal account benefits and extra services that will help your business thrive. With HSBC Fusion, you will also get your very own relationship manager who will assist and support your personal and business financial needs. You get better interest rates based on your personal and your business current account, and also enjoy zero online transaction fees for your business. HSBC Fusion's centralized online platform provides a simple and efficient financial management experience. It also comes with HSBC Fusion's cloud-based accounting and merchant payment solutions. As one of the world's leading international banks, you will also have access to international banking solutions in other countries and regions. With all these, you can focus more of your time running your business and less time managing your banking needs. For more information, just visit hsbc.com.my/fusion. Also, just a note to everyone, once we end this webinar, you will be prompted to complete a feedback survey. Filling up this feedback survey is important for us to learn and improve so that we can provide you with more awesome webinar trainings in the future. Well, this has been a blast, and I really hope to see all of you again. Thank you, Dr. Chia Chia, once again for this knowledgeable session.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you so much. Thank you, HSBC. See you guys.
And thank you everyone for participating in today's session. And I wish you a happy Friday and have a great weekend ahead. Take care, stay safe until we meet again next time.